I'll buy it for $5 million. Dustin's voice captured several customers' attention. They all looked at him as if he had grown another head. Anyone who's in the right mind would be able to tell that this laminionth root was defective. Only an idiot would buy a laminionth root in that condition. Dustin, have you lost your mind? Why are you spending $5 million for a piece of trash? Ruth was shocked. Although it wasn't a lot of money for her, it was still a dumb decision. You really want to buy it? Florence could not believe it. What? Do you not want to sell it? Dustin asked. I'll sell it. Of course, I'll sell it. Florence nodded her head repeatedly as a smile bloomed on her face. Although she still made a loss for selling it for $5 million, it was still better than nothing. Dustin, this laminionth root is obviously useless. Are you sure you want to buy it? Dahlia asked in surprise. Oh, silly! What are you talking about? This laminionth root is a precious gem. Florence was taken aback. She finally got a chance to sell it out. How could Dahlia suddenly sabotage her? What if he changed his mind? Florence was worried. Dustin nodded. Of course, I'll buy it. At least I think it's very useful. Yes, of course. This is a precious laminionth root, the rarest you can find in the world. You're definitely getting all your money's worth for $5 million. Florence pitched frantically. It was as if she'd met her saving grace. Dustin. $5 million is not a small amount. Do you even have that much money? James questioned. I don't, but she does. Dustin pointed towards Ruth, who was standing beside him. Me? Ruth was stunned. She rolled her eyes. I won't do such a dumb thing. Can you take it as me borrowing your money? This is extremely important to me. Dustin asked earnestly. All right. I give in. Here, take your $5 million. You better remember this as a lesson. Ruth couldn't refuse. After all, $5 million was not a lot for her. In the end, they managed to secure a trade after receiving the money. Julie couldn't help but laugh. Dustin, you really are dumber than I thought. The laminionth root was obviously defective and yet you still insisted on buying it. I praise you for your courage. Thankfully there's an idiot to fall for it, otherwise we'd make such a great loss. Florence gloated. $5 million for a piece of trash, how amazing. James laughed mockingly as he shook his head, enjoying the show. How would you guys know that this is a piece of trash? Dustin remained unfazed. Are you blind? Can't you see? It's wilted. If it's not trash, then what is it? Julie mocked. That's only what you think. In my eyes, it's a priceless treasure. Dustin smiled. Priceless treasure? Looks like you're not just blind, you're brain dead. You think a piece of trash is a priceless treasure. I can't believe those words just came out of your mouth. Julie started laughing uncontrollably. How dumb and clueless can you be? James pursed his lips. Have you guys thought about why this laminionth root wilted? Dustin said with a smirk. What? Everyone was shocked. Why? Ruth was curious. Dustin smiled. Instead of replying, he took the laminionth root in his hand and slammed it onto the ground. With a loud thunk, the laminionth root shattered to pieces. Dustin! Have you lost your mind? Ruth was shocked to the core. Dustin just shattered the thing that they bought for $5 million. Has he really lost his mind? She wondered, clearly in disbelief. Even if you're rich, you shouldn't trash like that. She thought. He's brain dead after all. Joel laughed louder.